Hi, it's Agnes. I wanted to do a video before I go to bed called Bridge of Events. Okay? Now, Neville Goddard talks about this, and it's when you are manifesting something that you want and you do what he always talks about, living in the end, living from it, living in the wish fulfilled. So you create an imaginal scene, and night after night, as you go to bed, you actually put the imaginal scene into practice. And as time goes on and you're getting closer to your manifestation, what happens is a bridge of events is created. Now, what does that mean? It means that when you don't get involved in trying to make it happen, and that you're in a state of allowing, you're in a state of trust, you're in a state of blind faith, focused on your end result, what happens is you're here, the thing you want is here, and in between there are maybe one, maybe two, maybe three, I don't know, it's different for every case. There is a bridge of events. So things that move you towards that last end result. Okay? So in the case of, let me think, in the case of me coming to London overseas, there was me being in Sydney, and then I ended up going through a bridge of events to get here. Firstly, I had time off work through a back injury, which didn't look like a bridge of events at all. Then in that time, I ended up doing a course in London just for about 4 days. So that got me here the first time. And then I ended up, I was working on myself and continuing to develop myself in terms of my focus, in terms of what I wanted. And what I wanted was to be able to work and travel and see people in different parts of the world. My family in France, my partner in London, my mum in Sydney. Hang on, we'll just wait for the ambulance to go by. And then to be able to let go of, I have to work in a job and I can only take a certain amount of holidays each year, and I have to wait for them to tell me when I can go, and I'm at the mercy of the company and who I work for and when they will allow me. Goodness. Someone's doing something naughty tonight because there's lots of police and ambulances. So there was this bridge of events to get me to the place where, I'm doing what I do now, and I travel, and I'm able to work, and I'm able to see all the people that I love, and I'm able to spend time in different places, and I'm able to be free. So I focused on freedom. I focused on flying in planes. I focused on feeling this joy when the plane would take off. I focused on really enjoying the people that I love and, spending time with them, so I would visualize being with them and really having, quality time with family and friends and my partners. So, it was this sequence or bridge of events that falls into place of its own accord when you let go and you just focus on the end result. So you're here, the thing is at the end that you want, and you just keep focusing on the end result. You let go of the how, you surrender, you trust that the most amazing things will fall into place and that it will fall into place the way you need it to. So it's taking your mental hands off, so to speak, okay? Letting go of control, really working with surrender, which means just breathing. And every time the resistance would come up, I'd say, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender, and allowing it to happen. And now I can see it all fell into place because, I came here repeatedly, and I would go back to, Sydney, been able to see my family in France, and I've been able to work as I move around and, do the thing that I love to do the most, which is talk about the law of attraction and the work of Neville Goddard and the amazing, work that Abraham Hicks does, and many, many, many other authors that I will introduce you to over time. So, yeah. So I just wanted to do that before bed because I think this bridge is really, really significant, and also to remind you to take your hands off, mentally take your hands off, and physically stop doing action figure work. You're not an action figure. You're just someone who can lean back, let go, and allow. Okay, this is a lot of the work. It's inactivity, and that's hard for a lot of people because they're action figures. They want to do something to make it happen. So it's learning to let go and learning to allow and learning to surrender. Breathe and surrender and let go anytime the resistance builds up. Okay, so there we go. And yeah, that's it. I love this stuff.